Each day, as educators, students come to us to be educated in the skills and knowledge that will help them succeed in life. When they arrive in the schools, we provide access to technology and train them on how to use this technology. A student's ability to use technology doesn't just give them the knowledge they need today, it gives them the tools that they need to continue to learn for a lifetime. When students use this technology, it is very important that we can ask the question, are they safe? And know that everything is being done to ensure that they are. Unfortunately, because of changes in technology over the past few years, students currently can access harmful content within a school's network. To explain why this is possible, you must first understand how filtering works. Imagine the internet as a cloud that contains a vast amount of both good and bad content. As content is delivered from the internet to the school's network, it passes through a box known as the filter. The filter reviews the content and determines if the content is safe or not. If the filter determines the content is unsafe, then it blocks the client computer from receiving it. This works great, as long as the filter can read the content. But what if for some reason that content was nothing but garble to the filter? What could the filter do then? This is called encryption, and it has become the standard for internet traffic. But encryption is not the whole problem. Filtering companies have figured out how to decrypt traffic so the filter can still read it. No, the problem is much more complex than that. To illustrate the problem, imagine that there is a king who is fighting a war. Now the king may have soldiers spread over his entire country that he needs to communicate with, but he also knows that there are many spies in his land who could possibly intercept and read his messages. To avoid that, the king writes his messages in a secret code. This secret code is a type of encryption, similar to what has been used on the internet today. When the king's captains receive the message, they are able to decipher the code and read it. But what if the king's enemies are able to intercept the messages before it reaches the captains? If the enemy is able to break the code and read it, then they could simply continue to send the message on its way without anyone knowing that the message had been intercepted. To counter this, the king begins to use hot wax and a stamp with the king's seal, which cannot be duplicated, to make it obvious to his captains when the messages have been tampered with. If the captain receives the message and the seal has been broken, or the seal that is on the message is not the seal of the king, the captain knows to disregard the message and request additional instructions. Today, a technology that works on this same concept is called pinning, and it is preventing the filter from functioning properly, and there is simply nothing we can do to fix it. So the answer is simple. Technology alone is not the answer. We must change the way we think about internet content filtering. This is called the 70-30 rule of internet content filtering. In that, 70% of internet filtering is supervision, and only 30% is technology. Only you can ensure that your students are safe when they are browsing the online world. Yes, we know you can't watch every student at once. That is where technology will fill that 30% gap. But the majority is up to you. For more information, please visit tech.washk12.org/besafe.